This is In the Dirt with ASOTU. All right, we're here at MRC hanging out with a brand new friend that we did not know up until about, 30 minutes ago.
I've never even introduced myself to you.
I didn't even know your name until he said it.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Paul. Cool.
This is Will. Will is at a store just north of Memphis, right?
Nope. We're actually east of Memphis.
East of Memphis. Okay, cool. So Will, tell us, start just a little bit about where the store is, your role, and kind of volume, so people can get a perspective of what you're doing in the market.
Okay, so we're located in Corinth, Mississippi, which is about 70 miles east of Memphis, 3.5 hours south of Nashville, where you're at, and about 45 miles north of the birthplace of Elvis in Tupelo, Mississippi.
There you go.
It's a nice little traffic area.
Well, I mean, what's the name of the store?
Oh, Crossroads.
There you go.
Crossroads.
It's a nice little spot.
That's right. And 72 is considered, that's what Corinth is. They're called the Crossroads of that area. So we sit right there, small little community, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC. And I've been there for about 2.5 years. I've known the owner for about 15 years, but I've been there about 2.5 years as the general manager. And, it's been great. I mean, the business has been awesome.
Yeah.
The last 2.5 years.
It's a good time to get into a new store. I bet, 2.5 years, that would have been right around when the kind of pandemic and all that started, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so. I came in right as the pandemic was going on. So
here you go. Here's some fun, right?
That's right. Take the mess.
That's right.
All right. So
what were you doing before that? If I could just
I worked for a large F&I agency. I've been in the business for about 27 years, started selling cars when I got out of the military, worked my way through, and then went to work for an F&I agency, a large one, and then had my own agency, and then COVID hit and travel couldn't, and I was up north, so I decided to come back south.
Back on the floor.
Yep.
Back in south. I love it. Good.
Yeah.
So the reason why we wanted to bring you is because you said a couple years ago you saw the Mohawk Honda automotive news article, and it kind of spurred something in you to recreate and reimagine the way that you all did content and did business.
Yeah. We it was kind of a new concept. You see Mohawk out there, and you start seeing them talking about their social media and everything they were doing on Facebook. And we said, we have to be able to attract not only the younger buyers, but we have to be able to go out and be part of the community and get our name out there. And quite frankly, what's the least expensive way to do that? I mean, just start creating your brand on Facebook. So we changed our whole advertising scheme up, went away from a lot of the things that we were doing, which it's hard to tie cut those apron strings, but we did it. We hired an in-house person that would handle what we call our brand awareness, our brand development, and put them in charge of going out to the community, meeting businesses. We called our Community Connect, and started doing everything on Facebook, and went away. We don't do, when we do our videos and everything, none of them talk about the product. They're always about community or something fun or something we're doing.
So you just said something that we could have really easily glossed over. You said you hired somebody to think about social media, but you also said this other thing, go out into the community and talk to people.
Yeah.
It's easy to disconnect those things because we see a lot of people, social media, you think, I got my phone up, I'm making videos, I'm pushing content out. But it sounds like you went out to get it and build actual relationship.
Yeah, we wanted to build a relationship with the community through 3 prospects, through not only just the individual, but businesses, and then the charitable giving side of the community. So we've done a lot of stuff with that. We do blood drives, we go out to local businesses, we do our Facebook lives from local businesses, we give away some of their gift cards, we tie them to what we're doing. And bring them as part, because what we saw is if I can get them to, put me on their Facebook, my reach becomes more. And so we're in a community
so
of
happy
about
right now.
30,000 people, and our reach monthly is about 80,000.
I'm so happy right now because this is the kind of stuff that
we say it like this, and you're doing it. We say, become the mayor of your community, right? Just be everywhere, be the most respected, the one that everyone sees is the community, hero, right? Yeah. And I think that's where I love that you broke it down, and you're like, we're gonna work with the individual, we're gonna work with the local businesses, and we're gonna work with the nonprofits. Because I think a lot of times some people will go like, oh, we're gonna go do nonprofit work, but that cuts out the coffee shops and the restaurateurs, and it cuts out the one person that's doing a really cool thing in the community. And so I love how you've taken that 3-pronged approach.
Yeah, we like to be a part of the community, and it's important, not only for just the business side of it, but it's, as we say, it's just the right thing to do. And
Yeah.
This year we were able to give away 5 high school scholarships for college. And so
5?
We gave away 5 scholarships because we have 5 high schools. And
So
we didn't
one
want-
every high
right,
school,
We didn't
right.
want anybody to feel left out, and that's kind of become, just what we're doing.
All right, so you came from a major F&I background, had an agency, a GM. Where did the marketing savvy come from?
If you're
Maybe it's just common sense for you.
No, it's taken a lot of. I have to do a lot of hands-off type stuff. I have to kind of give them direction because we have a young lady who's in charge of that now, and she comes to me with ideas, and quite frankly, I tell her all the time, your ideas make no sense to me. So I'm just
love that you're saying
I'm
this
just
out
gonna,
loud.
I'm just going to trust that you do it. One of the first things she did.
Say
was
that one more time.
You got to trust.
Your ideas make no sense to me, but
I'm going to trust you. Because she did one last year. We did a decorate your door contest.
Yep.
And each department had a door for Christmas, and then she put the vote out
Yep.
to the community, and it was one of the first things that she did. And I'm like, nobody's going to like this
it
and
was
stuff.
terrible
And then we
idea.
had it had like in 2 days it had like 8,000 engagements, a reach of like 40,000 people. So now she comes to me, I'm like,
I don't
All right,
understand
I
you,
don't understand it.
but I
Try it.
trust
Let's
you.
go. Yeah.
All this comes down to one thing. Everyone always says, will it sell more cars? The flip side of that is, will it change my ad budget? Will it, what are the results?
so
Tell us about the results, because that's what Kyle and we've heard both of our heads like snap sideways when you said this in the workshop we were in.
So for the last 2 years, including this year, where we hear car sales are down this year, but for the last 2 years, we've been up
It's like
40%.
we hear.
Well, this year is better for us than last year was.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a lot of people saying that right now, but we're up 40% from when we got there, and our ad spend has gone to, from $450 a car when you're doing all of the, the other things that
Yeah.
you could do, down to about $60 a car.
Now, does the $60 a car, does that include all of your community involvement efforts and the giving away cars? Yeah.
Oh, it's all wrapped
See,
in
'cause
too.
we wrap-
He's not talking about ad spend. He's talking about marketing spend.
That's right. Yeah, everything we do when we
Come on.
when we
Where
buy
you been?
$100 worth of candy for our trunk or treat
Goes in
events,
there.
It goes into that budget.
How do you account for your staff? Your marketing staff, or this young lady, is she the only one that's like assigned
So
specifically?
we have a digital marketing department now.
Yep.
And so we have one person that oversees it, and then we have her, and we had one other person in it. But like any video we want to
So
make,
3 people?
Yeah.
One store?
one store. And so right now we're down to 2.
Gotcha.
We're looking to put somebody else in that role, but we're doing it with 2 right now. And, we don't have to pay for any outside commercials. If I want to do a 30-second commercial, give it to her, and it's done within 3 days, and I don't have to go out and pay a production company to do it. So, we didn't necessarily change what we were spending. We adjusted where it was going, and it's better to have it invested in your people than
So
in the
did
out of the
you
market.
did you gain efficiency and you said you're up 40%. So it's probably a couple things where you gained efficiency by reducing overall ad spend, but also gained efficiency by growing volume.
That's right.
So both happening at the same
Yeah, I
time
did say
creates
40%.
creates this nuts kind of, the change in the way that business looks for
Absolutely.
you all.
All right, so what's your heading for 2023?
So for 2023, we're trying to figure out, do we do TikTok? Do we not do TikTok?
You're not on TikTok at all right now?
No, we're mainly YouTube and Facebook right now. We're looking at the TikTok, and then we're looking at we're opening a community page on our website to show people the more charitable activities, and we're looking to try and start a 501(c), so start trying to give away to charities and be, really, invested,
Well, Will, it has absolutely been a pleasure to have this conversation. We're going to be friends for a long time. I can tell right now. Thank
Yes,
you for
sir.
doing the work that you're doing, because it can't be idealistic if it's actually being done, and you're actually doing it. So thanks for spending a few minutes with us today.
Man, we love you guys, so we appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.